In the heart of an old town, nestled between bustling streets and towering buildings, stood a tiny workshop, the clockmaker's haven. It belonged to Master Hugo, an elderly man with silver-streaked hair and eyes that held the wisdom of 1,000 ticking clocks. Hugo's workshop was famous not just for the beautiful timepieces he crafted, but for a peculiar legend surrounding them. People whispered that his clocks didn't just tell time, they taught time. One summer morning, a young man named Daniel stumbled into the shop, yawning. He had dark circles under his eyes and an air of laziness clinging to him like a shadow. "Master Hugo," Daniel drawled, "I need a clock. Something fancy for my desk." Hugo studied the boy carefully. He had seen Daniel before, always lingering in the town square, wasting hours on idle chatter, making grand plans, but never acting on them. The old clockmaker smiled and handed him a peculiar-looking pocket watch. The glass was clouded, the hands barely visible. "This is no ordinary watch," Hugo said. "It shows how much time you truly have left." Daniel scoffed. "What nonsense!" But intrigued, he tucked the watch into his pocket. That night, as Daniel lazed on his bed, ignoring his unfinished work, the watch began to glow faintly. He pulled it out, squinting at the dial. Instead of hours and minutes, the numbers had changed. 18 years, 4 months, 7 days. Daniel frowned. "What kind of joke is this?" The next morning, he noticed something even stranger. The number had dropped. 18 years, 4 months, 6 days. Panic prickled his skin. Day by day, the numbers dwindled. It wasn't counting up, it was counting down. Daniel ran back to the workshop. "Master Hugo, this thing is broken. It keeps taking away my time." Hugo chuckled. "It only shows what you waste." Daniel felt a chill run through him. He thought about all the mornings he had slept in, all the dreams he had postponed, all the moments he had taken for granted. He rushed home, grabbed his long-forgotten books, dusted off his abandoned projects, and set to work. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. The more he used his time wisely, the slower the numbers changed. Years later, Daniel returned to Hugo, not as a lost boy, but as a successful man. He placed the watch on the counter, smiling. "I don't need this anymore," Hugo nodded. "Because now you understand, the time we waste is the time we lose forever. Time is the one thing we can never get back. Every second wasted is a second lost. Use your time wisely, for once it is gone, even the finest clockmaker cannot give it back."